Hi, first grade. It's time to see what Jack and Annie are up to in the Magic Tree House. When we last left them, Jack had hit the button in the submarine that said Ship's Log. And then now our next chapter is called Two Eyes. "What's a ship's log?" said Annie. "It's a diary of an ocean trip," said Jack. He peered out at the computer screen and read a log entry. Monday, July 5th. "Hey, that was just last week," said Jack. He continued to read. "Collected rock and shell samples. Mapped ocean floor. Found tiny crack in hull." "This is like your notebook," said Annie. "Yeah, the oceanographer was writing notes on the computer." An oceanographer is like a scientist that studies and learns about the ocean. Tuesday, July 6th. Crack has widened. Must return to reef soon. "A crack?" said Annie. "Where?" "I don't know," said Jack. He read further. Wednesday, July 7th. More tiny cracks. Cannot be fixed. Headed back to reef today. "Uh-oh, this doesn't sound good," said Jack. Thursday, July 8th. Defective sub. Return to reef. Leave for helicopter to transport to junkyard. "Defective means broken, right?" said Annie. "Yup," said Jack. "So this sub that we're in is broken?" "Yup," said Jack. "And it was waiting to be taken away by a helicopter. To a junkyard." "Yikes," said Annie. "Now we really have to get back," said Jack. "Let's try pressing the waves picture," said Annie. She pressed a picture on the computer screen. The mini sub began to rise slowly. "Oh, good," said Jack. The sub went past a small coral mountain. It went past schools of fish. A school of fish is what you call a group of fish. And waving plants. "Oh," gasped Annie. Jack gasped too. Two eyes were staring out from behind a giant sea plant. They looked human, except they were as big as golf balls. The sub moved past the giant plant. Jack breathed a sigh of relief. "What? Who's?" "Don't ask," said Jack. They stared back at the plant. Just then, a long arm came out from behind it. Then another, and another, and another, and another. Jack and Annie stared in horror at a giant... What do you think it is under the ocean that has so many arms? They stared at a giant octopus. "It's coming after us," said Annie. Slowly, the octopus crept through the water. Its 8 arms reached out for the mini sub. Chapter 6 is called Crack. And the author wrote it like this, like crack, all slow and stretched out. The octopus hugged the mini sub. Each of its 8 arms had 2 rows of suckers. The suckers stuck to the window. The mini sub stopped. The octopus stared at Jack and Annie with its huge, human-like eyes. So right now, Jack and Annie are underneath the water in the ocean, in a submarine that has some cracks and it's starting to break, and now a giant octopus has come and wrapped its arms around the sub. Oh my goodness. The octopus stared at Jack and Annie with its huge, human-like eyes. "I don't think it wants to hurt us," whispered Annie. "It's just curious." I'm going to research it," said Jack. His hands shook while he flipped through the pages of his ocean book to find the information. He found a picture of an octopus and read, "The octopus tends to be a gentle, shy creature. Sometimes, though, curiosity gets the best of it, and it comes out of hiding." "See, I told you, he's shy," said Annie. She yelled to the octopus, "Hi, I'm Annie." "Oh, brother," moaned Jack. He read further. "But the octopus has huge strength. It's super strong. Each of its arms, or tentacles, has many suckers, which act like rubber suction cups. It is nearly impossible to free an object from their grasp." So if the octopus holds on to something, it's almost impossible to get them to let go. What is the octopus holding on to right now? The submarine that Jack and Annie are inside of. "Oh, great," said Jack. "We'll never get rid of this thing." Just then, Jack felt a drop hit his arm. Drip, drip. Water. He looked up at the ceiling. "Uh-oh," said Annie. Water dripped out from the cracks. A thin crack ran along the ceiling, and smaller cracks were coming out of it. "We found the cracks," said Annie. "This octopus better let go before the whole ceiling breaks," said Jack. "Let go, please, please let go," said Annie to the octopus. The creature blinked its eyes, like it was trying to understand Annie. "Please, please, please," she said. "Come on, Annie. The octopus doesn't care if you're being polite," said Jack. The octopus blinked at Jack. "Get out of here," Jack yelled. "Now! Beat it! Scram! Go!" What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the octopus will let go of Jack and Annie? We'll have to find out next time. Thanks for reading with me, first grade.